वेलकम टू यूपीएससी एवेन्यू। माय नेम इज प्रत्युष दुबे और हम इस चैनल में यूपीएससी सिविल सर्विसेज एग्जाम्स और अदर कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम से रिलेटेड करंट अफेयर टॉपिक्स डिस्कस करते हैं। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। टुडे वी गोना talk about the budget and we're going to see the employment related news and schemes that were announced in the budget. We're going to see the unemployment scenario in India. We're going to see who are the unemployed people, what are the reasons for unemployment. We'll see the sector wise unemployment, we'll see the reasons, and then we'll see the provisions that were made by the budget speech to address these issues. So, internships, employment linked incentives, loans, uh, extended production linked incentive, and other indirect measures. At the end, I have a question for you. So, let's start with the headline. Budget 2024. Finance Minister announces three employment linked incentives. Three ELI schemes were announced to address the problem of unemployment. This is the news from the Economic Times. Budget 2024, loans up to 10 lakhs for higher education in domestic institutions. So, the thing was there was a 3% interest rate reduction or interest subvention on educational loan up to 10 lakh rupees in domestic, that is Indian institutions. So, this was the headline. But now we should look at what what was the necessity and what was the reason for focus on employment in the budget. So let's see the unemployment scenario in India. Unemployment scenario क्या है? तो this is a chart that I have taken from the economic survey. Economic survey से ये chart लिया है and this chart shows the unemployment rate throughout the years. Starts from 2017 and 18 and it has the data up to 2022 to 23. ये PLFS का सर्वे है, पीरियोडिक लेबर फोर्स सर्वे होता है. It happens in June, July every year, right? So this is the latest data from July 2023. Okay, इस साल का PLFS survey has not yet arrived. So when you look at this will give you a picture on unemployment rate. So the green one is unemployment rate, है ना? This was around 6%, and according to the periodic labor force survey ये अब 3.2% हो गया. आप लेबर फोर्स पार्टिसिपेशन रेट भी देख सकते हैं, राइट, एंड वर्कर पॉपुलेशन रेशियो भी देख सकते हैं. दिस हैज स्टेडीली इंक्रीज्ड. सो लेट्स फर्स्ट अंडरस्टैंड कि ये है क्या, लेबर फोर्स पार्टिसिपेशन रेट क्या है एंड वर्कर फोर्स क्या है. सो लेट्स इमेजिन कि दिस बिग सर्कल इज द population of India. Okay. Now on this big circle you have a smaller circle which would be working age population. Okay, working age population, which is basically people who are more than 15 years of age, right? So they are considered as working age. Now of all the working age people, not everybody is looking for employment. सारे काम नहीं ढूंढ रहे. Everybody is not looking for employment, right? Some people are going for higher studies, right? Some people are just stay at home parent or housewife. So everybody is not looking for that. So you have a smaller circle of which is called the labor force. Labor force. These are basically people who are seeking employment. और जो लेबर फोर्स है उसमें से एक और स्मॉलर सर्कल होगा, है ना. सारे जो ढूंढ रहे हैं एम्प्लॉयमेंट सबको तो मिलेगी नहीं, कुछ को ही मिलेगी, कुछ को नहीं मिलेगी बेसिकली. सो यू हैव एम्प्लॉयमेंट, एम्प्लॉयड पीपल, राइट, एम्प्लॉयड पीपल, and then the rest of the people are here, they are unemployed. Okay, so let's look at what is labor force participation rate. So labor force participation rate, there is no space here, should labor force participation rate is basically the size of labor force upon the working age population. Okay, this is LFPR. What is worker population ratio? So workers are basically people who are employed. So it's employed people to population, total population. So that's worker population ratio. And then you have the unemployed people. The unemployment rate comes from people who are not employed of the labor force. So in this whole thing, in this whole thing, in this whole thing, people who are not unemployed, and that ratio is the unemployment. So according to the annual PLFS, the all India annual unemployment rate has been declining since the pandemic. That's the claim of PLFS. This has been accompanied by a rise in labor force participation rate and worker population ratio. But if you look at this one, this is a data from CMI. CMI is Center for Monitoring Indian Economy. It's a private think tank. And according to them, they are saying, yes, it was around 6% up until this is the unemployment rate. It was around 6% up until pandemic. Pandemic में ये बढ़ गया, उसके बाद ये सडनली थोड़ा फिर घटा, एंड यू कैन सी ये 8 to 9% है, एंड दे आर क्लेमिंग दैट जून 2022 में जून 2024 में this number is around 9%, which is a very significant deviation. Even if you see the 2023, they are saying it's 8%, and यहाँ पे you can see they are claiming 3.2%. So that's a very big deviation. So what's going on here? So now this is a data on jobs added per year in crores. Okay, and this data, the black one is from RBI and the white one is from PLFS. These are two government institutions, and you can see कि कितना deviation government की institutions में खुद में है. RBI is claiming 1.8 crore jobs were added. PLFS is claiming 1.3, and you can see this has been significantly different along the years, right? अभी 23 का आया नहीं है डेटा, तो यहाँ तक का तो आप देख सकते हैं इतना डेविएशन. व्हाट इज द रीजन फॉर दिस डेविएशन? रीजन क्या है भाई, ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है बार बार? सो वन ऑफ द रीजंस इज द मेथोडोलॉजी ऑफ कलेक्टिंग द डेटा. ठीक है, किसको एम्प्लॉयड कंसिडर किया जाता है? सो एक प्रॉब्लम ये है कि PLFS में इफ यू हैव वर्कड फॉर 1 hour per week in the last 30 days, you would be counted as employed. So 1 घंटे भी अगर आपने हफ्ते में काम किया है in the last 30 days, you will be counted as employed. So that definitely has an effect on the data, right? So इसकी वजह से we are seeing so many different numbers in the different surveys. Anyways, what is the real picture? क्या है, लोग employed हैं नहीं employed हैं, what is going on here? So what we at least know here is unemployment is definitely a political reality. ठीक है, पॉलिटिकल रियलिटी है, पॉलिटिकल इशू भी था, है ना. लास्ट दिस ईयर्स जनरल इलेक्शन, इट वाज अ बिग पॉलिटिकल इशू, एंड देयर इज angst amongst the youth as well that jobs are not being created. So to address this, a lot of provisions were taken on in the budget, right? So that is what's going on here. Now let's look at the unemployment numbers in a little more detail. ठीक है, तो जैसे कि आप देख सकते हैं जो सिनेरियो है, अगर अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट घटी है और एम्प्लॉयमेंट बढ़ी है, तो लॉट ऑफ इट हैज़ टू डू विद इंक्रीज इन सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट. सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट में बहुत इंक्रीज हुआ है. ठीक है, you can see there you have 57.3% of people are self-employed, but that is not the complete picture because most employed Indians are self-employed, and the share of this type of employment has risen since 2021. Fewer Indians have regular jobs today than they had in 2020-21. The same is true for casual workers, one of the three official categories in the employment. So what's going on? 62% people have 62 even in the regular employees, people who have regular jobs. We're not talking about casual laborers. We're talking about people who have regular jobs. 62% of regular employees had no written job contract. Job contract नहीं था. 51% were not eligible for paid leave, and 60% did not have any kind of social security. Right. So this is the state of the labor force right now. Now let's look at where our jobs are coming from. Right. So what is the sector wise employment? So आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे 2012 से 2022 का डेटा है ये एग्रीकल्चर इंडस्ट्री एंड सर्विसेज का. सो एज यू कैन सी यहाँ पे अराउंड 47% पीपल वर एम्प्लॉयड इन एग्रीकल्चर. राइट. दिस नंबर हैज़ बीन declining. It increased in 2020 because of pandemic. Migrant workers, they all returned back, or they all were forced to be like employed in agriculture. So this number increased, but it has again come down to 42.86%, which is a good thing. Now, why am I saying it's a good thing? क्योंकि देखिए जो अभी सिनेरियो है 43% के आसपास लोग एग्रीकल्चर में एम्प्लॉयड है. राइट. 26 are in percent, around 26% people are employed in industries, right, and around 31% employed in services. पर अगर आप जीडीपी का रेशो देंगे इन तीन सेक्टर्स में, सो एग्रीकल्चर ओनली अकाउंट्स फॉर 15 to 16% ऑफ द जीडीपी. यानी 15 से 16% ही वेल्थ जो देश में जनरेट हो रही है, दैट इज गोइंग टू 43% पीपल. Industry, on the other hand, around 55% contribution to the GDP. यानी 55% wealth only 26% लोगों को जा रही है. And sorry, this is industry, not industry. This is industry. This is services. Industry is 25%, 25 to 30%, right? So you have 25 to 30% going to 26% and 55% going to 31% in services. So that's a big difference, right? So the need is for our economy to move away from agriculture in terms of employment. तो हमें नॉन एग्रीकल्चरल जॉब्स को बनाना ज़रूरी है. ठीक है. नॉन एग्रीकल्चरल जॉब्स को बनाना बहुत ज़रूरी है. और सिनेरियो ये है कि इंडिया की जो वर्किंग पॉपुलेशन है, इट हैज़ इंक्रीज फ्रॉम 61% in 2011 to 64% because we are a very young country. We have the demographic dividend, right? इसके बारे में आपने बहुत सुना होगा, demographic dividend. And our average age as a country is only 29 years. So we are adding a lot of people in the workforce every year. ये 61% से 64 हुआ, and it is estimated to be around 65% in 2036. So a lot of people would be seeking job, right? And we are adding around 1 crore people every year in the job force, right? So we need jobs for them, right? तो job creation भी होना चाहिए, and job creation होगी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री से एंड सर्विसेज इंडस्ट्री से. क्योंकि एग्रीकल्चर में तो आप ऑलरेडी देख रहे हैं सैचुरेशन है और इतना डिस्गाइज अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट है, एंड incomes are also not that great. So there is a need to move away from agriculture. Now, why do we have such high unemployment? So, according to a report by the International Labour Organization, for graduates, unemployment rate was 29%. So, graduates in India, the unemployment rate was 29%, and this figure was almost 9 times higher than the unemployment rate for people who can't read and write, which was around 3.4%. So, see, such a big difference. Now, what does that mean? This means कि low skill jobs तो हैं, but high skill jobs are not available. High skills jobs are not available here. ठीक है. And report further suggests that there is a sharp mismatch between the skills of the labor force and jobs being created in the market. So what's happening is, first, जो graduates हैं, they are not skilled enough. ठीक है, there is a skill issue, skill mismatch, right? They're not skilled enough, so you have a skill issue. And then people who are skilled, there are there are not enough jobs in the market. So figures that the Indian economy has been unable to create enough remunerative jobs in the non-farm sectors for new educated youth. So even if you have skill, not enough jobs, not enough jobs. So you have a two-pronged problem here. और सॉल्व करने के लिए फर्स्ट थिंग वुड बी टू इंक्रीज द स्किल सेट ऑफ योर लेबर फोर्स, राइट, एंड create more high skill jobs basically. Or skill jobs. So now I have a question here. These are three statements. This is regarding seasonal employment, disguised unemployment, and structural unemployment. You can pause the video, look at the question, and I'll discuss the answer at the end of the video. Now, how is budget 2024 is seeking to solve these problems? Okay. The first was an internship initiative. So the finance ministry has said that we will offer an internship of 1 crore to youth in top 500 companies. So basically, जो top 500 private companies हैं, they would be offering internship to 1 crore youth in the next 5 years. ठीक है, ये एक स्कीम अनाउंस की गई. The aim is to fill the talent void and generate initial employment for young people. तो इससे क्या होगा, अगर आपको, देखिए ये भी एक स्किल वाली बात है. Because you in academia, you are not, if you are not getting the required skills, you can go to the industry directly, get an internship, learn on the job, है ना, learn on the job, and then you will be appropriately skilled. And if you do well, you can also get a regular employment, है ना, regular contract भी मिल सकता है आपको. This scheme also has a provision of 5,000 rupees, basically a stipend per month, and a 6,000 rupees assistance, one-time assistance, right? So it's a 66,000 rupees per person for a year and for 1 crore people. So the budget outlay would be 66,000 crore, right? Companies are expected to pay, they are expected to pay the, whatever the skilling budget would be there, would be paid by the companies, and 10% of it would come from their CSR fund. तो जो CSR funds होते हैं, उसी से वो 10% जो है वो निकाल सकते हैं to fund this skilling, fund this internship program, right? Other details, specific details are not yet announced on this scheme. Now you have the employment linked incentive scheme. So इसके अंदर there were 3 sub schemes, scheme A, scheme B and scheme C. इनमें भी अभी तक डिटेल्स प्रॉपरली नहीं आई हैं, but if I want to give you an overview here, so the scheme A was for first time employees. So they will get 1 month salary assistance up to 15,000 rupees in 3 installments of 5,000 each, right? It would be for the people who are registered in the EPFO. ठीक है, so people as in the people who are employed. Then you have the other scheme which is for job creation in manufacturing. तो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में जॉब क्रिएशन पुश करने के लिए there is an incentive provided at specified scale directly both to the employee and the employer with respect to their EPFO contribution in the next 4 years. So एक बेसिकली असिस्टेंस मिलेगा, है ना, एम्प्लॉयज़ को भी असिस्टेंट मिलेगा, एम्प्लॉयर को भी असिस्टेंट मिलेगा, बिकॉज EPFO में दोनों एम्प्लॉय एंड एम्प्लॉय कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं, राइट? तो दोनों को असिस्टेंट मिलेगा गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से फॉर द फर्स्ट 4 years ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट, सो दैट देर इज मोर job generation by the manufacturing industries in the sector. Okay. Then there is another scheme. Scheme C is going to be the support to employers. The government will reimburse employers up to 3,000 rupees per month for 2 years towards their EPFO contribution for each additional employer. So यहाँ पे भी EPFO में employers को assistant मिलेगी गवर्नमेंट से, so that they are incentivized to create more regular jobs, right? More regular jobs. Now, skilling and education. So, skilling and education में there were two things. Both were related to loans. So, there is a model skill loan scheme that will be revised to facilitate loans up to 7.5 lakhs. तो 7.5 lakhs तक का स्किलिंग लोन प्रोवाइड होगा और ये गारंटीड भी होगा, इसको सरकार गारंटी करेगी, सो दैट द बैंक्स आर incentivized to provide these loans, है ना. So this is one thing, and then there is also a financial support for loans up to 10 lakh for higher education in domestic institution, और इसमें 3% का interest subvention मिलेगा. It's basically a reduction is, let's say if you are taking a loan of 10 lakhs at 10% interest rate, it's an educational loan, right? तो अगर आपका 10% इंटरेस्ट रेट था तो आपको 3% सबवेंशन मिल जाएगा, तो दैट वुड बी 7%. इसमें भी स्पेसिफिक्स आना बाकी है, बट दिस इज व्हाट द ओवरव्यू इज. देन देयर वाज अ PLI स्कीम, राइट? PLI स्कीम क्या थी? It's actually a scheme that started in around 2020. This was a scheme for 14 sunrise sectors. 14 sunrise sectors में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग को प्रमोट करने के लिए, ठीक है, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग को प्रमोट करने के लिए ये स्कीम आई थी. नाउ दिस स्कीम परफॉर्म क्वाइट वेल, तो इसकी वजह से ऑटोमोबाइल्स एंड ऑटो कंपोनेंट्स जो है उसमें जो आउटले हुआ था, बजट आउटले, गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से इंसेंटिव मिलता था कंपनीज को. सो जो बजट था वो 484 करोड़ था, उसको सिग्निफिकेंटली बढ़ा के 3,500 कर दिया. तो ऑटोमोबाइल्स एंड ऑटो कंपोनेंट्स में काफ़ी जॉब क्रिएशन होगी इसकी वजह से, राइट? एक्सपेंशन होगा जॉब क्रिएशन. फेम में कम कर दिया. फेम इज़ बेसिकली फास्टर अडॉप्टेशन ऑफ एंड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स. तो इसमें कुछ घोटाला घपला हो गया था, तो दे हैव रिड्यूस देयर आउटले. देन देर इज फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्री, राइट? उसमें भी इंक्रीज कर दिया ना. फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्री इज़ अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इंडस्ट्री बिकॉज इट कैन प्रोड्यूस रूरल जॉब्स एंड सबर्बन जॉब्स and very significant in moving people away from the agricultural sector to manufacturing sector, right? So ये काफ़ी एक इम्पॉर्टेंट सेक्टर है, इसमें आउटले बढ़ा दिया. और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में आउटले बढ़ा दिया टू प्रमोट, जैसे कि एक्सपोर्ट ऑफ मोबाइल्स बहुत सक्सेसफुल रहा था, तो उसी तर्ज पे दे वांट टू इंकरेज एक्सपोर्ट्स इन लैपटॉप्स एंड सेमीकंडक्टर्स. सो उसके लिए बढ़ा दिया. एंड ऑल्सो R&D इन IT एंड इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स. कुछ इनडायरेक्ट मेजर्स भी लिए हैं, राइट? जैसे कि MSME जो है बोथ अर्बन एंड रूरल एरियाज में, इट इज़ अ वेरी बिग जॉब क्रिएटर, राइट? जॉब प्रोवाइडर है. तो अगर MSME को आप इंसेंटिव्स देते हैं तो ऑफ कोर्स दे एक्सपैंड, दे विल क्रिएट मोर जॉब्स, राइट? मोर जॉब्स वुड बी क्रिएटेड बाय MSMEs. तो उसके लिए क्रेडिट गारंटी स्कीम है फॉर फॉर देम टू टेक लोन्स ऑन बाइंग मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इक्विपमेंट्स के लिए, ठीक है. उसके लिए क्रेडिट गारंटी स्कीम आई है. क्रेडिट सपोर्ट आया है ड्यूरिंग स्ट्रेस पीरियड. अगर 2-3 महीने वो लोन नहीं दे पाते हैं तो वो एक स्पेशल मेंशन अकाउंट में चला जाता है, जो उनका पोर्टफोलियो होता है. दिस इज़ अ बैंकिंग टर्म. और इस पीरियड में पहले लोन्स नहीं मिलते थे, बट नाउ दे विल गेट लोन्स. मुद्रा लोन है. मुद्रा लोन का जो 10 लाख का था उसको इंक्रीज करके 20 का कर दिया है, ठीक है. स्टार्टअप्स हैं. स्टार्टअप्स भी बहुत बड़े जॉब क्रिएटर्स हैं. तो स्टार्टअप्स के लिए जो एंजल टैक्स हुआ करते थे, जो उनके इनिशियल स्टेज में फंडिंग होती थी, उसमें टैक्सेशन था, तो वो हटा दिया है. और अदर स्कीम्स को इम्प्लीमेंट किया है, जैसे कि PM विश्वकर्मा है जो आर्टिजन्स और क्राफ्ट्समैन के लिए था. स्वानिधि है जो स्ट्रीट वेंडर्स के लिए था. नेशनल लाइवलीहुड मिशन है. स्टैंड अप इंडिया है जो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के को इंकरेज करने के लिए है। इस सब का इम्प्लीमेंटेशन स्टेप अप किया जाएगा। श्रम सुविधा पोर्टल है ना, श्रम फॉर लेबरर्स, राइट, फॉर लेबरर्स 29 करोड़ लेबरर्स आर कनेक्टेड इन दिस प्लेटफॉर्म। तो इसको भी रिवैम्प करेंगे, इसको भी रिवैम्प करने की बात है। नाउ द क्वेश्चन दैट आई आस्क्ड, so seasonal employment. So the question was, seasonal employment occurs when people are not able to find jobs during certain season in the year. That's a true statement. That's a correct statement. So statement one is correct. Disguised unemployment occurs when more people are engaged in an activity than actually needed. ये एग्रीकल्चर में हमारे यहाँ होता है, ठीक है, या फैमिली बिजनेसेस में भी होता है, ठीक है। ज़्यादा लोग इन्वॉल्व रहते हैं, जितने चाहिए नहीं उससे ज़्यादा लोग रहते हैं, तो लीडिंग टू जीरो मार्जिनल प्रोडक्टिविटी, इससे प्रोडक्टिविटी कम हो जाती है। तो ये भी करेक्ट है, स्टेटमेंट टू इज ऑल्सो करेक्ट। फिर स्ट्रक्चरल अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट अराइजेस ड्यू टू मिसमैच बिटवीन स्किल्स possessed by the labor force and skills demanded by the employers. That is also true, that is also correct. So all three statements are correct. ये solution है, you can pause and read the solution in detail, right? Thank you. If you like the content, please drop a like, subscribe to this YouTube channel for more such current affair videos, and share it with your friends and fellow aspirants. Thank you.